Hello. So, in this first video today, I want to introduce circle problems to you. You're only going to do a few of these that are on their warm-up set, but I want to introduce the concept for what we're going to do later on in the next video. So, in a circle problem, you have two numbers, one that's at the top of the X and one that's at the bottom of the X. And as you can read in the directions, your goal is to try to find two numbers that when multiplied together give you the top number and when added together give you the bottom number. So in number one, our numbers are 6 and 5. I'll make this a little bigger now for you. 6 and 5. So what two numbers when multiplied together give you 6 and 5? Well, if I'm going to multiply to get 6, I could do 1 times 6, or I could do 2 times 3. I could also do -1 times -6. That would give me a positive 6 as well. Or I could do -2 times -3. Those are all the possible ways that we can multiply to get 6. But only one of those that if I add will give 5. So let's look at this. 1 plus 6 is 7. Good. That can't go here, can it? 2 plus 3 is 5. There's our solution. So we would put a 2 on one side and a 3 on the other. Now here's the great thing. It doesn't matter which side those go on. Because whether I go 2 times 3 or 3 times 2, whether I go 2 plus 3 or 3 plus 2, it fits here. All right. So now let's look at number 2. Again, we have that we want to multiply to get 6, but now we want to add to get 7. So let's look at our original set here. These still are all the ways to multiply by 6. Which one is going to add to give 7? Well, 1 plus 6 equals 7. So that is the only choice, because the other two down here at the bottom, they would give negative numbers if we added them together. So that fits for our answer there. Well, now let's look at number 3. Number 3 is asking us to multiply to get a -6 and add to get a -1. Okay, in order to multiply to get a negative number, you're going to have one number positive, one number negative. And depending on which one you would choose, they would add to get different numbers. So this is where you're going to really have to pay attention when you do these type of problems. So to get -6, we could go a -1 times a positive 6, or we could go a positive 1 times a -6. We could go a -2 times -3, or we could go a -3. I'm sorry, I said that wrong. We could go a -2 times a positive 3, or we could go a -3 times a positive 2. Those are all the ways to get -6. But now let's look how they change when we add them. A -1 plus a positive 6 is going to give you a positive 5. But a 1 plus a -6 would give you a -5. Well, neither one of those fit this problem here, do they? Well, now let's look at the third one. -2 plus 3 is going to be a positive 1. -3 plus 2, that's your -1. So that means the answer that goes here is -3 and 2. Now, you could have put positive 2 on the left and -3 on the right. Totally still would work. But the negative has to go with the 3. Look at number 4. There you have -6 and then a positive 1. So which one of these 4 options would be that? That's right, -2 and positive 3. So what I want you to do is I want you to pause this video. I want you to do only 6 through 9 and then come back and check your answers. See you in a moment. Okay, so here are the answers to 6 through 9. Look through them. Notice how Each one, 4 times 5 equals 20, but it adds to give 9. On number 7, 6 times 3 equals 18, but 6 plus 3 gives 9. On number 8, 8 times 2 gives 16, but 8 plus 2 is 10. And on 19, negative 4 times negative 4 gives us a positive 16, but negative 4 plus negative 4 gives us a negative 8. If you're having any trouble with this, please stop right now, pop back into the Zoom meeting, get some help on this with me, because it'll be really important in the next video. All right, if you got this and it makes sense to you and you don't need anything else, head on to the next video. Bye-bye.